All right, new at 6, happening tonight. The Republican presidential candidates will face off in a debate in California. This is the second primary debate. 7 candidates taking the stage tonight, and this does not include former President Donald Trump and former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. Now, Queen City News chief legal analyst Khalif Rhodes joining me now to be able to talk about what this debate is going to entail tonight. And this is going to be actually 10 minutes from the U.S.-Mexico border where this is taking place. So I would assume that immigration is going to be one of the biggest topics that comes up.
I mean, I think everybody on that stage will for sure be addressing immigration. So guaranteed that's a topic that will come up. It plays right to the base. And you won't have many pushback from folks on that stage. At the last debate, it really was bounced around. But I think tonight will be a really good time to cement their status on saying how strong or how weak one other person is on immigration. So for sure, top topic. People want to talk about the issues on this second debate. The first one was talking about, superficial things. Now you should dig in and talk about your policy, foreign policy, local policy, what you feel about the budget and debt. Those things should come out. Immigration, I look forward to being something that will be addressed clearly.
And Khalif, sometimes when you have these debates, I feel like when we see that next debate come, the candidates tend to overcorrect. They've had a while to be able to figure out, what their constituents are saying, what people like, what they didn't like. Tonight at the debate, what do you think are going to be kind of the overcorrections that we might see?
Well, it'll be a lot of overcorrections because you got to remember, when you're getting prepped for this, it's hours and hours of time getting prepared to go into these debates. Folks are saying, okay, you're having mock preparations, you're having folks stand in to pretend to be the former president or pretend to be Ramaswamy, and they're imagining what you'll say, and they're writing things that you could say, but being able to address those things on the fly, that's a whole different conversation. And so your critiques from your first one could be, hey, you really weren't thinking on your feet. You really didn't address anything. You kind of were quiet. You can see all the critics that have talked about it just like a sporting event. And so now you get a second chance. You get a second bite at the apple. You want to make sure you go and show a different approach. And so I can see a lot of attacks today going for Ramaswamy for sure. He was the clear front runner in that.
There was a lot of conflict between Nikki Haley and Ramaswamy. So I feel like we're going to see that tonight. The other thing, too, is, the big line, the elephant not in the room, of course, talking about Donald Trump. With him not being there tonight, who do you think is going to come from him the most?
Well, the issue is it puts these folks in a very unique and weird position because typically you want to go at the front runner. You want to say, hey, you're the front runner, but you have these flaws, you have these deficiencies. With him not being there, at the last debate, you saw everyone tiptoe around it until the question was asked. And then everybody still showed support for him, which was weird, except for Chris Christie. Tonight, I think you have to go at him. The numbers, his lead is increasing ever by the day. And so you have to find a way to attack him, even though he's not there. And you have to find a way to now attack who is looking like the second place, Ramaswamy, and push him out of the way.
Right, and when you talk about the lead of what's going up and down, Ron DeSantis, his lead is dwindling. So tonight, I mean, this is his time to be able to kind of make sparks happen, or do you think we're going to see that, or do you think he's going to stay in where he was in the first debate?
The problem with Ron DeSantis is in that room, that's not a room that plays well to his strengths. He's a military background. He's someone that has a very strong posture, doesn't have much facial expressions, not real theatrical, not charismatic. And so because of that, in that room, he won't play well on any given night. Ramaswamy, even if his content doesn't connect with a number of people, extremely charismatic, and because of that, he can win a debate even with less content. So tonight, folks that have a charismatic approach, like a Tim Scott, like a Nikki Haley, like a Christie, it's their time to try to go in there and go for blood, for lack of a better word, against Ramaswamy.
And you really wonder how that plays with the voters, because I think for voters, when they go to the polls and they make their decisions, they might say, well, you know what, hey, he might not be great, in an oral contest, but he can be great, in other ways of making decisions. But you know what, the polls are going to show who comes out the winner tonight, who looks the most presidential.
You'd hope, but voters are superficial.
Yeah, all right. Khalif, I'm not going to argue that one. Thank you so much for your insight, as always.